And we are allegedly live. Allegedly.
That's what it says.
Wait. What's this end broadcast button up here? Oh, never mind.
They want about 6 Series Apple Watch.
Let me see. I can never find myself on this stuff.
Okay, you mean on? I guess I need to do that too.
Okay, kill the echo. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, I got a question for you. Did you get my email
for
this thing?
That's how I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Remember, I was here quite early, so
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that's got to be because I always wonder because you send them out in an instant message, and I was looking at that email. It's a blast email. It's got like 60 people on there, and it's originally Jim Boyd's email. I pirated it.
Yeah,
and I've added some, and I've taken off some because I don't know the people he knows.
Yeah,
all of them, and I've always wondered if it was a way to narrow down. And I thought, well, shit. Do it the way Bill does it, and just if you want to have a certain amount of people on there, and you want to try to make sure that do it in Messenger. But then again, not everybody is on Messenger, so it's
yeah. Well, see, another thing too is once you build the show, you can actually come in, get the share link, and just drop it. Like I've had people here. I've had people here.
Drop it in. Yeah, I drop it in all the time. A couple times here because I was out of the loop for a long time there because of Mac and shit. Here, no. But it took those first couple of live streams. I just going, well, I might as well have forgotten how to use my thumbs.
Woo! We got a thumbs up. We got a thumbs up.
But those first couple of live streams, I was going, did I forget to put on my underwear too today? I couldn't remember how to do anything.
I hate when I have those days.
It's like, well, geez, oh well.
Hey, John's with us.
Yeah, I saw that. Hey, John, how's it going, bud? Let me see. I do have an itinerary. The first thing in the itinerary is take a long drink.
Oh, I guess I should do that, but it's kind of early for me to start drinking.
That's a hair raiser.
My wife,
man, it's like 5 after 2 there.
Yeah, my wife would be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
No,
I still got some plumbing. I still got some plumbing work to do later.
Oh God.
Well, that's part of like we're our business and everything is self-contained. We pretty much that's what we have to do. So I'm maintenance and plumber and electrician and don't know how to do none of it. Thank God for YouTube. So.
Hey, Matt Bagwell. But yeah, no, I know what you mean, man. It comes with owning a house. The good thing about it is most of the work that I've done in my life has to do with electrical, and I was able to kind of self-teach plumbing, so I can do a lot more than most folks. But man, it's still a pain in the ass.
Well, most of my upbringing was farm work and baling hay and shit. So I can really do some stuff on a farm tractor. You a farm boy? You recognize this sound? Squeal.
Now, I tell you what, coming from being born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and when I went into the service and I started meeting all these farm guys, I think I'm just going to keep my mouth shut because we're talking about a whole different world here.
Oh yeah, and
so you actually raise those chicken nuggets and that Big Mac. Oh, I got it.
Yeah. Or wait a minute, you actually raise that cigarette I'm about to smoke.
Yeah, well, wasn't a cigarette. Night Train FPV. I know I sent you a link, bud, if you're up for it.
So,
by the way, that's another thing too.
Hey, Mike
Lane. I added him and like 3 or 4 others. I said, because I forgot. I said, shit, this is Jim's goddamn stack, and I know all these people now. Why? Like John Flynn, I think I added him, but I'm not sure.
John? Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I thought one of those pictures was Lake Pilot.
No, I'm not talking about the pictures. I'm talking about that email that I sent out about a half hour, 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
No, the one that might look like Lake Pilot is Bud Bieber.
Oh, okay.
Did you see the? Did you follow the thread in on Facebook? Charlie Mafia. He goes because the one in the far right. He goes, "Is that Jesus Christ?"
Oh yeah. I
I
saw
said,
Charlie.
"Damn, you just ruined the trivia question."
I saw Charlie. I saw Charlie saying that. Waiting on some pizza. That's why
See,
Mike's
I
not
think
here.
Mike's in Michigan, so he's probably an hour ahead. Yeah, it's dinner time there. Probably or getting on dinner time.
I had a late lunch today because, like I said, I had gone to Home Depot and picked up some stuff, and then of course it's so funny because I'm at Home Depot and my wife starts sending me messages. Get me a large planter and some potting soil, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's winter, man. What the hell
I
is
was
she
gonna
doing?
say it's the middle of winter too.
But I brought her home potting soil and some planters. She's doing something with indoor plants.
Oh, okay.
So she's really getting into indoor plants now.
Well,
So.
my wife is an extreme green thumb, and I am the exact opposite. I don't. I'm no. I'm not the farm dude. It ain't gonna happen.
See, that's what's so funny. My wife is more of the construction type person, and I'm more of the green thumb gardening kind of guy.
Oh, what did I just do? Stop screen. What am I doing here? Okay, hang on. I don't want to break nothing. There we go. Okay. I see what I was doing. Can't believe I get that nervous over this shit all the time. Oops, there goes the monetization that I'll never get anyway.
Oh,
Hey, another reason why I like doing these live streams.
Why?
I always lose subscribers. I love losing subscribers because you know what happens? Come Wednesday night, I pick up those ones that I lost. So I'm always about even. Been even now for months.
Well, we're actually picking up a little steam. We've gone. Let's see, we did 154 something.
You were rocking Wednesday night, man. I looked down at one time and it was like 51, 52 people.
Yeah, we had 202 viewers. Well, see, the thing about it is you know, when I don't know, maybe if it's I bitch or somebody else bitches, but it used to be either John or Ron would love to remind me that, you know, when I would do something, we'd lose monetization. And so I love to remind everybody, I don't even have enough watch hours to be monetized, man.
You know, I was looking at that the other day. You know, YouTube always sends you your report card every month, and they translate mine into minutes. And I said, okay, divided by 60, that's 53 hours. Yeah, I only need 3,900.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so they're saying, oh, you said the F word. You're not going to be monetized. I'm like, yeah, right. And I'm never going to sustain 4,000 hours.
You know, for the life of me, I cannot understand why they have that I guess it's a censorship on there, because everything is tagged on most people's channels not for children.
Right.
So who cares? You know?
It's a law.
Yeah, law. Well, I guess maybe it's because YouTuber is an international conglomerate.
You want to hear something funny? I was walking from my car to the Snoqualmie Falls, and I happened to walk by two children. They were in the video for like 3 seconds. I left it the way I normally do. YouTube went and flipped it because there were two kids in it for less than 3 seconds.
And a lot of times I'm very aware, especially when I'm doing the drone thing or even ground cameras, I'm watching for kids. And if the kid starts getting in the frame, I'm either going to move the camera away or back it out to where you can't really, you can't get to within a certain feet of them, because if you start to make out facial features, then they'll get you for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is ridiculous.
Well, they didn't flag me or anything. They just flipped it because I've got like 2 or 3 on here that are like my grandchildren and my daughter, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, I've got it set for that kind of way.
You is going on, Steve. Steve, I just want to. This is always a good way to acknowledge people without interrupting the conversation.
It is. Something else too. When we were talking the other day, that you were like, and I told you that I used Filmora.
Thank you, Mike.
The last intro that I made actually was like 4 different programs, and I actually got some of the assets from Production Crate. like that active background that was in there, that came from Production Crate. Some of the actual effects in the video were from Filmora, but the final render and putting in the video, like where the faces were and everything, that was all done in HitFilm.
By the way, have you been hit with Filmora Beta 11 yet?
No.
Well, they hit it with me, and I said no. And I started Filmora up about an hour ago, and it downloaded it whether I wanted it or not.
Well, it's just
So
like now
it's
I'm
sitting there in
running.
my download file, and I'm just going, I'm not opening that.
Well, like now I'm running Windows 11 because they forced me into it. I mean, I was really, kind of apprehensive to begin with, but I was like, it seems to be running fine, but it took me a while to find everything again because they've moved all the shit all over again. So
Yeah. Hey, Angela, I think I sent you a link. By the way, Angela, in case you didn't get the message or the memo, you're in that latest video I put out a few days ago. I knew I had to put it somewhere. I can't believe Charles Goloski is not a moderator. There we go. Okay, Charles, you're blue now. You got a blue and a wrench.
And everybody can share everybody's channels. See, that's I like that they added that back. It kind of sucks that you have to be a moderator in order to do it, but I mean, that's one of our big things.
Oh, is that okay? You mentioned that, and I didn't quite understand it. Now I understand it because I was in Ken Herron's live stream last night, which I almost never get to attend because I'm always out on Thursday night, and I try to go down. There's so many people there you can connect with because you don't know them. But I couldn't do that because I'm not a moderator.
Yeah, and well, see, the thing about it is,
here.
and they can't either. And the thing about it is as long as everybody's moderated, then you can actually go to each other's channels and check each other out. You can actually subscribe. But there's a lot of these channels that are like, oh, I'm only going to have my 2 or 3 buddies. I'm not going to expound any further as their moderators, and that's it. You can't do it anymore.
James Simpson I think he only comes into my live stream. So y'all need to go over to his channel and shake his hand and make friends and sub him and everything.
Working on it right now.
James Simpson has been coming into my live stream since I started these.
James Simpson now has 116 subscribers.
Man, I remember when he had like 20. Hey, Jim.
Yeah, I remember when I had 11. And then I had 19, and my wife just kind of laughed at me. And I said, "No, someday I'll have 100. Now all she says is, "Are you still doing that shit?"
Well, now that you go down that road, I remember when I first started doing drones, I remember specifically I had 9 subscribers. And those 9 subscribers were, I think, family members because my channel was devoted to family stuff. And when I put out a couple of drone videos and it went from 9 to 17, and I'm looking like I was spooked. I was really spooked. I'm going, okay, who are these people and what do they want?
It's even freakier when they comment on your video and you're trying to
decide, it's like,
are they being genuine? Are they being sarcastic?
Oh yeah.
And then you're trying to figure out, well, how should I answer?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, because, I didn't understand this platform. I didn't understand the format. I don't, at the time, that was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
In fact, we're coming up on February. It's been 2 years since I've been doing live streams.
Wow.
I wish Mad Kiwi would come in here because Mad Kiwi, I went into on someone else's live stream. It was called Loopy Lisa. She's from Britain.
Ooh,
and
wait a minute.
Her and Mad Kiwi were in there, and I just asked them, how do y'all do this stuff? Kind of like what Bob Dempsey did with just you.
Uh-huh.
So it was a learning thing, but it was good. Looky here.
Well, hey guys. Let me turn there we go. Hey fellas.
How's it going?
Good, how y'all doing?
Just hanging out. Waiting
out
on Friday to start.
Yeah, I thought I'd pop in and say hello.
Appreciate it.
Howdy.
How you been? How you doing?
It's cool that when my work is like 10 feet away from my live streaming setup. Ain't that something?
Spoiled.
Well, no. Well, we have an adult family home downstairs, so
Yeah.
I just go from upstairs to downstairs.
I'm stuck at home for a week, quarantining. Stuck with COVID.
Really?
Ooh.
Yep.
Poor Bob. Poor Bob's got COVID, man.
I saw that. I saw the on your
no.
on your thread, Bill. I saw that after I went off. I saw it this morning, and it said something like 20-something threads. I said, "Shit, I better read some of these." And I saw Bob Evans said he had COVID. How in the hell
That's rough.
Because his wife was supposed to get a knee replacement.
Yeah, so they both go in to get tested so that they can be in the hospital. She's negative, he's positive.
Oh my God.
So he's quarantined by himself.
That's sad.
But he said he's okay so far.
That's good to hear.
Got a little bit of a cough, but he says he has absolutely no sense of taste or smell. So
yeah, see, I didn't get none of that. I just got the migraine, and I got this. I thought I just had flu symptoms. Like right now, I just got chest congestion
hey,
and
Brian.
the cough.
A little there, yeah.
But I just tested negative today, so my first
That's a good
day out
thing.
of Ugh.
Yeah, because all it really sounds like is maybe a cold or something.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But hey, I got 5 paid days off, but I'm still stuck in the house.
What is that down there, Brian? What is that?
Let's see what it
Y'all been getting any flying in?
Oh,
I keep forgetting to run that, and I've got it on my desktop too. Damn, why don't I run that?
Somebody's getting fancy.
I made him that like what 3 weeks
It was like
ago?
a month or so ago.
You
Man,
did a good job.
No, it's actually, here's the thing. I use a program called Hit Film. Okay, and every I think it's Friday, they come out with a free tutorial. Okay, that particular one, they actually gave you the download to where if you had the software, you could just throw it in, edit it a little bit, and make it your own.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, by the way, we all three have something in common, just so y'all know.
We use Filmora?
Right. Angie, did they hit you with the 11 beta?
I haven't been on my computer for the last couple of months. I've been trying to go mobile. I've been using the phone instead of my computer.
Because they bugged me about it about 2 weeks ago, and they didn't give me a choice. As soon as I hit Filmora, it downloaded it, so it's sitting in my download file. I'm not opening it. I don't, let somebody else take and do that stuff. I'll let Bill do it.
Yeah, there might be some bugs.
Well, I'm opening it right now, and it's not making me do jack.
Really?
No, it's an exe program. It's gonna run in the background until it's done installing, and then it probably won't turn on until you go to turn on Filmora.
But here's the thing: mine won't install new software until I allow it. That's just my Filmora never does that. And the thing about I got Filmora like 6 years ago when they had that deal that you paid like $50 for lifetime everything, and now because they did that, they don't offer it anymore. But now because they did that, you get every upgrade for free.
Oh, nice.
I think it's like $300 now instead of.
No, mine seems to do it every time. Every time I upload or every time I turn it on, it seems to want to do an update. I'm like, really?
I use it pretty much every week, so it's probably about every 2 or 3 weeks for me. I think it updates. But yeah, I've got DaVinci. Yep. I've got an Apple computer, and I really need to learn DaVinci because there's a lot more effects and stuff I can do with DaVinci.
Dude, I've been using. In fact, the last video I made, the one I mentioned about Angela, that whole video was 90% edited with DaVinci because I love the transitions. They are butter smooth, but I don't have the color grading stuff down pat. So I didn't need to do a lot of color grading in this. So whatever needed to be tweaked, I did in Filmora, and then moved it over. But this whole video is almost a 9-minute video was all DaVinci.
And I've got Final Cut Pro too.
Wait a minute.
I haven't used DaVinci.
You got an Apple? Wait, you just said you had Windows 11.
Yeah.
Well, isn't Final Cut Apple?
I think you can do PC too.
Okay.
I have a MacBook Pro also. An older MacBook Pro. It's not an M1 chip.
So I don't know nothing. I thought you could do it on the PC too, Final Cut Pro.
I don't know. I think like an emulator, maybe you could do it. I've always wished they had one for it, but I don't know if there is an actual.
There is a way to do it, but it's so technical. I wouldn't even want to try it. Have y'all ever heard of virtual PC or virtual box?
Yeah.
I've got the memory for it, but man, it's a pain in the butt to set up.
I want to get what is it, a Mac Mini? That's what I want to get, and just kind of.
I had one of those.
Branch it off of this.
Yeah, I had one of those for a while.
With an M1 Bionic chip in it, though.
It was something better than the original processor.
But now that's something. Virtual box and similar programs will run all kind of operating systems. It's how I prefer. If I run Linux for anything, it's how I prefer to do it. But the trouble is, it's a RAM hog, and when you're trying to run a video editing program, and something's going to give.
Oh, that's trippy, man. Because I'm looking at the chat on YouTube, and I can see Marcel's post, right? And then I'm looking at our chat here, and I can actually see the breakdown of the emojis and what they represent.
I didn't even know you could see the chat in there. Oh, I didn't know. Did they change that recently? You can see the YouTube chat and the Zoom.
If you're on a phone, Angela, you probably see the chat and then lose your video.
I can see it
video.
I've got the YouTube channel page opened over on the other monitor, and I'm looking at the chat there, and I'm looking at the chat in here on this
night
one.
Train. Virtual, but it sounds like a dating.
It's a dating site, all right. Only $9.99 a minute.
What a deal!
Yeah.
Tipping is allowed.
So is it.
No, but
So other than time to check out your new video yet.
Other than being sick, Angela.
Wait, Brian.
No, I've been.
Brian.
Huh?
Isn't it time?
To
not give away a prize?
Yes, it is, Bill. Let's go ahead and get to that. I'm going to need y'all to pick a number between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
And 50% are going to be winning.
And half of it doesn't count. And we are giving away nothing.
We're giving away oxygen. Take another breath.
The show has just ended. The show is over.
There goes your subscribers.
We've just been demonetized.
Okay, now,
good, Angela. How are you?
Hanging in there.
Hello, Brian. Hello, Bill.
Hey,
good afternoon
making
to you
dinner
guys.
right now.
Howdy. My wife actually gave me permission to play on a Friday.
It is Friday, isn't it?
Hey, Steve, I'm sorry I had to stretch your picture for my thumbnail. It wouldn't fit in that circle thingy.
It wasn't?
No. I think I did put you right next to Jesus Christ.
Gotta behave now. You gotta behave.
Actually
you're on his right hand.
Okay, so I thought it was actually someone that happened to resemble Jesus Christ. Now I understand it was an actual picture of Jesus Christ.
There is a show, I think it's like a streaming thing. It's called The Chosen. That's been on my Facebook feed for like 6 months now. And I suppose I should look at it because it does look interesting, but I just picked it from there.
Yeah. What picture are y'all talking about? Where's it at? Is it on your...
It's on the thumbnail for this live stream.
Oh, okay.
And Charlie scoped it out right off the bat.
Hey, Blind Neil. What's up, Neil? Y'all are making me lose my train of thought. This is too much fun.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now there is a picture of a gentleman in that thumbnail that is not into drones, but he is almost famous, and no one will guess his name, and it really doesn't matter because I don't know his name either.
I gotta check this out.
You don't know.
All I'll say is he's a musician, and it's one of the ones I like.
So you often give.
I haven't even bothered to Google his name. I don't give a shit for people's names.
Ah, okay.
But the video that I pulled it from is a really good video. Hey, Mike Henrik. Hey, bud.
Disconnected. My bad.
No, I still hear you. There you go. Like what John says. When's he coming on? I have questions.
She's trying out for the gymnastic Olympics there. She's flipping around in circles. Howdy, Tim.
But let me see if I can. I'm not going to play it because I'm sure it's copyrighted, but it's a really cool video if I can pull it up. There we go.
I broke it. I'm sorry.
Let me see. I'm always scared to start messing with these tabs. I'm going to bring
Zoom.
I'm going to
StreamYard.
bring something down. There we go. Come on.
I'm still waiting on my new stickers. I got some new stickers that was supposed to get here today. I was hoping to start sending some out. I'm excited about.
Hey Angie, can you send me some of those stickers so I can give them away on my live stream?
I sure will.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's what I got to do is I got to start getting everybody's addresses in order to send them out. I gave some.
I'm not going to play this video, but I am going to put it in the chat. It's just a cool little video. They did it in one take, and it's a band that I've been following for about 7 or 8 years.
What are you doing, Bill? Yeah, I got to start collecting everybody's, getting their addresses and stuff because I got mine finished so I can send them out to people.
Yeah.
Well, we gave away a bunch of stickers Wednesday.
I know.
Because
really, you're trying to get my demonetized, nice. Non-monetized channel demonetized?
Demonetized.
Shit, damn it!
I thought that was the goal of today's stream.
That's a nice sticker.
We're anti YouTube basically.
Damn,
yeah,
Steve.
That's the stickers. I actually got them in a couple of different sizes from this company, and couldn't beat them for the price because you can get them rectangular, or then I've got the smaller ones.
I like the die cut.
They're very nice.
So
I like the die cut.
They came out like that, and a rectangular one.
I've tried 2 companies so far. I really like Rock and Monkey out of Texas. They always do good with me. But Sticker Mule always gives me these unreal deals, like constantly, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the way mine came out. I love this one because you don't know how cool it is until you actually get it.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. I like that symbol.
I've had 2 or 3 people go, man, it looks cool on camera, but and he's like, oh, it's really cool when you get it here. But this
I like
one
on that glass I got.
Oh yeah. That's this one. That's the updated one that I colorized. What is it called?
You did a good job on it.
Acadius.
Yeah,
is what
I went through a company called Sticker Depot. Sticker Depot.
Okay,
plural S.
I'm trying out stickerapp.com, and I got something with like a sparkly, so I can add the girly touch to it. You know, there's not that many female drone pilots, so I'll put a little girly touch on it.
Well,
the thing that was backdrop or
the thing that was so cool was where Kai even gave me stamps to send to give his away. Like I was like, I don't mind doing that, but he actually gave me stamps to give away his sets of stickers. And I was like, wow. But yeah, that's cool. I thought that was awesome because it was so funny because Bob Casey won a set of his stickers and a set of my stickers.
Is it me or is
it
him?
I just got a chance to throw mine in with Kai's and rode for free. So
very cool.
I like the stamp idea. That's cool.
But anybody that wants to send stickers to Drone Therapy, I will happily let them sponsor that night's show and give them away.
I'll send some out to you.
I'll send some to you, Bill.
Cool.
Yeah, that was me echoing.
That was you. I hear Alexa bitching.
That's what I'm saying, man. I got too much stuff open right now, and when I hit on my Chrome browser, I had the stream going, and I forgot to mute it.
James is going to take off. He's got to tend to his wife. We're wishing your wife well and hope she feels much better soon.
Yep, have a good one.
That's some pretty serious stuff. There he is. There's Craig. Hey, Mad Kiwi. I was talking about you a few minutes ago, bud.
Trying to find
Are you
for the meat.
Okay, we need to put a pad on there if you're going to clean with it, right? Okay, come here. Come here.
Mad Kiwi, Craig, do me a favor.
Come here.
Come
here.
Can you send me an email address for you? Because I'd like to get in the live stream one of these days.
My daughter came in for a split second and realized I was trying to get her on cam. And she's like, I'm out.
Not today.
No way, Daddy.
Bill, when the company you're using for stickers, like what do they run? What did you get them for? How much?
Actually, I got Sticker Mule. I got 50 for $29. No, take that back. Rockin' Monkey, I got 50 for $29, and they ended up giving me like 6 extra. It was kind of cool. They put them in this little baggie. Let me see.
The one you were just showing?
Yeah, see,
hey, y'all.
It's kind of cool.
Sorry, I got to roll out of here.
All right.
All right, Angie.
See, it says,
good seeing you again.
Good to see you guys.
Get better.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, have a good weekend and don't stay quarantined too long. See, it even says free extras, and they put it in this neat little bag. I thought it was super cool. Okay, but Sticker Mule, man, sometimes they'll give you deals for like 50 for $9. Like
wow.
I got
these here, 250 of them for $69.
Awesome! That's awesome.
And those things are nice, Steve.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It actually ended up that was on a super deal, but I also got the smaller ones, and it ended up being the same price, a smaller cut. But these are the die cut.
Yeah,
you know, and then they have.
Okay.
Where is it?
It's about to get randy, folks. Well,
Mad Kiwi put his hair in the river.
Then they make just a regular rectangular one like that.
Cool.
But the die cut I really like. They're clean. They're thick. And it's all done on Scotch 3M material.
Very cool. Trying to think what I should eat for dinner.
I don't worry about dinner on Friday night when I do a live stream.
We're at that time of day when my wife usually says, "What are we having for dinner?" Usually I say, "Whatever you're cooking."
Yeah, really.
And then she'll say, "Well, that doesn't help much." And I'll be like, "Well, I just want to be full." If she really wants me to pick, then I'm going to say king crab and T-bone steak.
I was going to say, if we're going to go that way.
But will I get it? Probably not.
Hi, Neil. No, it will be Pizza Friday as usual.
Yeah. Frozen burrito Friday, that kind of thing.
Thank you, Flying Fan. It turned out nice. I had a guy, I went on Fiverr and had this, made a connection there, and the guy did the design, and he ended up, it was for one, and he ended up doing actually 2 different layouts. One that gave me with the aerial imaging below, and then the other one where it's just that. So it just says the name, not aerial imaging, and he gave me that, and it came with all the files.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I did with the new logo for Coast to Coast Drones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got the lettering, and then there's like a little, little emblem off to the side.
Right.
Somebody thought that he's like, oh, is that a rub for remote ID? I was like, no, it's just what the guy came up with. But
yeah, he was pretty good. It took a little while. It took a little longer than normal because he actually came down with the coof. I forget where he was at. Pakistan? Not Pakistan. He's from India. But he followed up and got it through, and he didn't charge me for the extra design either.
that's actually that sounds really good. I love Munster cheese.
It's the best you can have on a homemade pizza. Most people don't know that.
Munster.
I've never.
Delicious.
It's an awesome cheese, man.
If you can do without mozzarella and use Munster instead, and it's gonna have a richer flavor. And if y'all are wondering what I'm doing here, this is one of the ones that I'm support your local drone channel kind of things, and the link is in the chat. I think this guy only has 100 or 101 subs, and he's just flying around. He's got a bunch of videos though. He's just flying around with his Mini 2. And there's a reason why I highlighted him. I got to get out of here to find out.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, the Lawn Chair Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's got a bunch of videos, and he does a little bit of traveling, so there's a lot to see on his channel.
Very cool.
Yep. But I just wanted to throw that out without interrupting the chat too much.
That it's kind of funny that John said his daughter did his logo. What's his name? Dan. Dan. What am I wanting to say it? I've even got his hat. Drone Pool. His newest logo, I think his niece did it, maybe, or his granddaughter did it, which is like, it's kind of, we really want to get a logo that sticks. We need to ask one of the younger generation because we tend to design for our old farts, I guess.
I don't know about that. Something else too. Oh, I know what I was going to pop in with because it had to do with video editing. Oh God, this dog is killing me. I got a 14-year-old Chiweenie, and every now and again he smells like a 14-year-old Chiweenie. Oh God, that's rough.
There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than dog farts. Period. It doesn't make any difference.
That's what it is.
They will melt. It's like even skunks will run from dog farts.
I have been playing with Topaz Labs because they kept advertising to me on Facebook, and I did their trial for like 7 days.
Is that a porn? Is that a porn site? Is that a porn site?
No. And I'm not looking for any at the moment.
Okay.
But what they do is they enhance, depending on which program you buy, either photographs or video. And I've got some 25-year-old 8mm camcorder video that really needs to be enhanced. That's the funny thing about this shit. When you put it on the player, on the video recorder itself, it looks fine. It looks butter smooth. You put it on a computer where it gets digitized, it's like, what the hell happened to that? And who threw up on it? But this stuff smooths it out.
Oh, okay.
And there's advantages and disadvantages. The advantages, it smooths it out. The disadvantages, there's like 30 different programs that you have to figure out is going to work on the one you're trying to work with, because it'll give you a set of parameters. Is it fuzzy? Is it noisy? Blurry? High compression? Whatever. And there's like 7 or 8 different parameters, and you pick which ones may apply or may not, and it gives you a suggestion of things that might work. Yeah. Half of them will take the audio out, but guess which ones work the best? The ones that take the audio out. So what I figured out to do is split the audio, take it out in Filmora, leave it in its own file, fix the video, bring it back in Filmora, throw the original audio back to it because it's all timed the same.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. When this thing is rendering, this is something I meant to mention. I was on Jim's stream Tuesday night. When this thing is rendering, this thing equals anything I can run to make my computer pant, sweat, and puke after a long run. This stuff is, I mean, it's like, you're not going to blow up over there, are you? Please don't do that. So if anybody's interested in that, yeah, you better have a rig to run it.
I'd be interested in it. Yeah, and I do have a rig to run it. My new one here. I'm running the
very quiet.
new
D&H Photo just gave me a new credit card. What should I order?
i9 processor. It's got the 3080 Ti graphics card on board with 32 gig of RAM.
I'm getting PC.
The onboard GPU has 12 gig.
I'm getting PC Envy now. Between you and Jim, don't make me upgrade. Don't make me upgrade, man.
I had mine before Jim, and then I told Jim, I said, "Well, look at it." Well, he had to get it for reasons that he had to buy it the way he had to buy it.
You were in there Tuesday night, I think, weren't you?
Just a little bit, and then I started having that computer problems again. Oh, I found out what the problem is. The technician finally came out from Cox, not one of their contractors that works for Cox Communication. He goes up on the pole, pulls my tap off, pulls my link off the tap, puts it in, and hits back to their node. The whole entire node that's supplying the fiber optics that picks up all the coax cable nodes for what, maybe 100 and some homes around here. Exactly at 5 o'clock, the whole thing drops down. I mean, it's just like nothing but noise on his signal that he can see, and it runs anywhere from 2 to 4 or 5 hours out.
I've heard of that.
He finally put well, he didn't finally.
It's a channel card.
It's finally going to happen that now it's going to go to the maintenance people on their, server ends.
There's a channel. There's a card that they're going to have to replace in the terminal box, or in this case, it's probably a small building. They put them in the neighborhoods now, and those go bad a lot. And because all they are is PC cards, they're PCI cards.
Yeah,
they'll handle anywhere from 4 to 100 people.
Yeah,
and they overheat.
And it's really ironic, it's, I don't know where the fiber optics is, because I remember when they brought it in years ago, they only had one line that they came down across our whole top of our, what we call the Palisades area up here. It's just a whole neighborhood that's up here. And now, just up the street, you can see the fiber optics on the pole, and the splice boxes are on the aerial poles. They've got the splice boxes actually up there.
Yeah. Those are the individual ones, though. They usually go to just the homes in the immediate area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking about, usually, though, when you say a node, to me, that's the one going back to one of the main terminals, and they're in an enclosed, usually environmentally controlled, either a box or a building. So.
Well, we just had fiber optics put to the commercial building, the project that I'm the operations manager for, and they ended up bringing 48 strands right to the back of the building. I go, I got to find a way to hook that straight in and bring the fiber straight over to me.
I've always wanted to do that, carry a flag up with a drone, but then I have this vision of those lines that it's attached to getting somehow or other wrapped up in the rotors and everything coming down.
Yep. And then into the power line.
That place needs a little bit of urban renovation.
I guess so.
Now, that would be a good FPV site. Now, we're talking challenging here.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, I didn't see that board.
What? Come here.
Uh-oh. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this dog porn now. Now we got dog porn. Hey, I got a question for y'all. I can only see it on my end, but is this picture that I'm showing clear? And I'm asking the people in the chat too. Is this picture clear on y'all's end?
Yeah, yeah, it's
I mean,
okay.
Is there fuzzy or?
I'm going to say like 600. I wouldn't say 720.
Okay. All this is based on my internet connection.
Yeah.
And it really sucks.
And part of it too is like when you were flying over the roof section, because I'm looking at both our live stream where we're on, and then I'm looking at the live stream on YouTube. It was kind of fuzzy, like down on the edges of the roof area, and then it comes into focus, and like it goes in, then it goes out.
Part of that's going to be YouTube, and their compression protocol.
And
the
fact that,
Drone, by the way, he put a link up in the chat, so I figured I'd run a minute or two of it.
Mm-hmm. And you only broadcast.
There he is.
720.
It's Steve and his drone.
720. And Marcel was suggesting I get an ROV. Well, you're just going to have to come down, Marcel, because Curtis lives down the road. He's got 2. So it's like one of these. He's like, all you got to do is come down, man. I got 2. I can't run them both. And I was like, hell yeah, But,
got to go down and visit him.
Well, the thing about it is right now we don't have any respite care for my daughter. We don't have any extra help for my wife, so we're pretty much stuck.
Yeah.
See, my wife and I literally, what we have to do is we've made sure our entire family is, because of our jobs and where we work for the state.
Right.
Everybody in the family is like boosted and everything, right? So when we actually wish to visit the grandkids and the family, they'll isolate for a week. We'll isolate for a week, and then we take everybody. So even our clients go visit the grandkids.
We got 2 Californians.
Hello, Dre.
Hey, how are we doing?
Doing good.
Good.
What time is it getting to be? I got to back out for a 3:00 online meeting, so I just got to watch the timer here.
Yeah, you got about 15 minutes.
I'm the one that's hosting it, so I got to be on it.
I'm supposed to be getting off at 3, but I've been carpooling with the wife. She doesn't get off work till 3:45, so I got about another extra 45 minutes to an hour to kill.
I'm glad to see, Dre, that you come in wearing a tie, because I know it's been your thing lately, popping into people's streams and making them look like homeless people.
Mr. Dreaming Crawford.
Dre's always
my representing
professional, man.
attorney
What are you
over
talking about?
No. Dre's in construction.
Park.
He ain't bullshit nobody. He's in construction. I've seen him on many construction site. Nobody wears a tie on a construction site.
Well,
Hard hat shirt.
I guess I'm not the one doing the construction anymore. Those days are long behind me.
So I said every time I've seen him working, he's got a tie on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
There's Chris right with.
I mean, we know that there's not a guy here that hasn't put on a nice shirt and a tie, looked in the mirror and went, damn. Now, you can't lie to me and tell me you haven't done it before. We all do. Yeah, I don't like putting this thing on, but I look pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
As I say, most of us do clean up quite well.
Yeah.
No. I put on a shirt and a tie and a coat. Well, when I'm not having a beard, and I look like mafia, and all I want to do is go shoot someone. It's not a pretty thought.
So actually putting the clothes on is what puts you in that train of thought?
I feel like, okay, there's room in here for a 9mm. I could do this.
Oh boy.
You start going.
I have a family history.
What do you need, Luigi? All right, Guido's been a bad guy. I'll get him in a minute.
Well, I guess actually down there in Texas, the German mafia was quite big in San Antonio at the turn of the century.
Yeah, we took those fuckers out. Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, because
I said we took those folkers out. Folkers.
Yeah, I guess the story is.
I thought this was. I don't give a darn chat.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking German, so I can get away with that.
Yeah. Well, I guess the story is you ever take the riverboat ride, they tell you about the stories of all the speakeasies and stuff that's used to be off the old riverboat down area where the Germans used to run that back in the days.
It doesn't surprise me, man, because up until about 60 years ago, yeah, every name in Texas was German based or Czech,
Mm-hmm.
one of the two.
Right.
Not so much now.
Yeah.
But it's still fun to go out. My wife and I drive a lot. You know, we take the dogs, and now it's even more fun because I'll take the drone out and drone places in Texas every now and again. But I love going through those old cemeteries. I mean, they're not as old as, say, like on the East Coast.
Right.
But some of those graves are going back to 1770 something, and they're all these Germans, man, and 10 kids, man, 10 kids never even made it to one in a family. You see that time and again.
Yeah.
I want to say a big hello to, I guess I see his name, Drone Flying with Uncle Bob. I've been watching his videos. He's from out here in California also, up there in the northern part of LA County. I guess he's been flying for a couple of years. He's got quite a few videos out there. He's been flying a Maverick 3 lately.
Yeah, I just subbed him the other night. In fact, I just made you moderator.
When we were on, I was with him on Bob's show on Wednesday at lunchtime.
Yep. That's when I subbed him too, and you're a moderator now, Bob. So,
well, Brian, I gotta back out of here. If you're still on, I'll hop back in. We got an emergency meeting to.
Well, I'm only going to be on till 6 because my wife gets really annoyed when these things run past 6 because she's my wife. She gets annoyed. It's what she does.
Yeah. Well, thank you, sir.
Bill,
good
exactly.
to see you. Dre, good to see you. Everybody,
all right, Steve.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Our reservoir, I like this. Our reservoir.
That's exactly because my wife's the same way. I'm like, why are you being this way? And she says, right here, page 43, wife's handbook.
Page 43. My wife is concerned about, are you live? Are you live? Because she'll walk into the room, and stuff, because she's printing stuff for her classes or something.
Now I remember Dre. Dre would be doing this from his living room, and his wife would be in the background in the kitchen. I haven't seen that in a while.
Well, I say since then I have moved from 2 different locations. I was in the family room, got bounced to the part of the dining room while we were having the house renovated. And then once the house was done, now I have my original office back that I had almost 28 years ago when we first bought the house. Because most of my kids are out of the house, and I got my original office back now.
See, that's what I want to do. I'm stuck up here upstairs. The last room in the hallway. I want to go downstairs, man. I want to be where the people live and breathe. I don't like it up here.
I tell you, I'd rather be like you. I'd rather have a room upstairs by myself. Have my own little square spot. And I'll be happy.
Yeah, I really.
Hey, Ron.
Hey guys. How is everybody?
Good, buddy.
Hey, Ron, I'm glad you popped in. I wanted to bring something up. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. What? Oh, I'm in the Bearded Drone group now. I have to have this. It's a requirement. Something Chris Hope made me do.
Oh.
I'm
trying to take your position on having the best beard on YouTube.
Yeah.
Why did Chris make you do that?
Well, because he said I can't be in the group unless I grew a beard.
Oh.
But he didn't tell me it had to be on the drone too. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do that.
I'm going to tell you a great, huge secret right now, Brian.
Yeah.
I made that group.
Okay.
But the thing about it is the reason I did it and the reason Chris is an admin is it suits Chris. So technically, yes, it is Chris's.
Here's the thing, though. When you made Chris an admin, first of all, I'm going to myself, Chris is an admin of a group? That was first. Second is, why is Chris an admin of this group or any other group?
Well, so that's what I'm saying. I had a feeling it would have that effect. And that's exactly what I wanted, because I've had plenty of people be like, oh, we love your group, Chris. And I'm like, I won't say anything for fear everybody will be like, oh, God, Bill started this group? Fuck that. We're out of here.
Okay. Getting back to it, Ron, I sent you a link to a Facebook group that I really wish you would go ahead and join because you put out some stuff. It's called IPG Photography. It's
I don't
International
remember getting it.
Photographers Guild. And I sent it to you maybe, I don't know, a week or two ago. Just check your Facebook stuff. It's just one of those.
Did you send it by Facebook Messenger?
Yeah. Because the stuff, especially that photo like you put out today with that eagle,
Oh,
that
Yeah,
would
that's
fit
a nice
right in
shot,
there, man.
man.
Because these guys love those kind of shots.
really?
You know,
Yeah,
I get in. I'm scared to put in my drone stuff because it's like drone pictures.
Well, I tell anybody that's a wildlife photographer, boy, I tell you, this is the time to be here. I saw 9 more today, and I'm going to a local rancher tomorrow morning. I know how to try and get in touch with him, and I'm going to try and get permission to go onto his property. There's a nest that I want to film. There's mom and dad are in there. I don't know if there's any kids in there, but mom and dad are in the nest.
Well, speaking of Chris Hope, before we get down the road too much, Sean, I guess he has his own little show. He was on Adrian's show a couple weeks back. I think it was Sean IDS or something like that. Chris got on there and asked him for his address. And Chris, he said, "Why do you want my address?" He says, "I want to send you something." And the first thing popped in my head was Chris is going to pizza prank him if they do wrong.
Hey, Brian, while I'm thinking about it, if you go back to Matt North's Christmas Eve live stream, now I don't think he was that drunk, but Chris openly admitted that he was willing to do a live, kind of like Jim did with the mustache coloring.
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
He's going to shave off his beard on Matt's live.
Somebody mentioned that the other night. I think it was it Jim Boyd or was it Bill's?
Are
No,
we
he
talking
wasn't
about
on
Chris
Bill's.
Hope?
So
Was it Chris
if
Hope?
he has to shave off his, you might have to do the same thing, follow suit.
I grow one every other year, and because it gets cold enough here in Texas to. But by March, when it's already popping 80, no, this puppy's coming off.
Wait. Did Charlie hear us talking about him earlier?
What's that? There he is.
Yeah, that's what I said. Did Charlie hear us talking about him earlier?
Jesus was in the chat earlier, Charlie.
No, Chris, he openly admitted, he's like, yeah, I remember saying that. He wasn't that drunk, but he was.
We're talking about Chris
Remember
Hope.
he was wrapping the Christmas presents and just having a good old time.
But
you were there.
Yeah, I was
Chris
there
Hope?
when he was doing all that. Yeah.
Okay, so I was just wanting to make sure. I can't believe Chris Hope would. Isn't that like, won't he lose all his powers?
I would think so.
You remember about a year or so ago? I mean, Chris had this like gigantic beard, and then all of a sudden one day he appeared, and everybody's like, "What happened to Chris?" And apparently his hairstylist lady, he said, "Well, she had a minor error in judgment."
He let somebody else touch his beard. Oh my God!
Yeah, she had I think that's what he called it, a minor error in judgment.
Chris is too kind.
Yeah, yes, he is a super nice
She really
guy.
fucked me over.
He's yeah. Only left her $1 tip.
I remember when I was about 22, I've always had a mustache, okay? And don't laugh because from the time I was 15, 16, I could drink in bars in New York because I looked like I was 18. So I always had a mustache. You could drink at 18 in New York in 76.
I remember.
But yeah, one time, I don't know what I was doing. The razor was in the hand, and then my face went up like this, took off half that mustache, and I was just like, fuck. Now what do I do? Shave the whole thing off. I couldn't go into a bar for like 3 months. Because it took like 5 years off of me.
Yeah. I remember Chris was pissed when that happened. And I remember Matt was busted on him. He's like, you know what, Matt? All I did was ask Santa Claus, what do you want for Christmas? He said, I want a beard like Chris Hope. And you had to screw that up. He laid into him big time. I had a full beard since I was 16.
Damn.
Okay, somebody go ahead and say it. I had a full beard in the womb.
Okay, I can't top that, but I can take off my shirt and we can talk back here. I just saying.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't sign that portion of the contract. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember that clause either.
It's one of those things that they say, I can't unsee
Hey,
that.
Chris.
Chris, Sunrise Water Media. How come you never come into a live stream? This man is a media mogul, and you'll see him in a video, but I've never seen him in anybody's live stream.
No, I've seen
That's
him on.
right.
He's been on with Kelly, and I can't remember if it was.
That doesn't count because him and Kelly
He
are
was
like
on with Gary about a month ago.
Yeah,
Gary,
yeah.
Gary
Brand.
Yeah,
This is all about you, Chris.
Yeah, we already talked about Charlie 5 minutes ago. Then you came in, so
Yeah.
yeah.
We're waiting for the next victim.
Okay.
Okay.
I put Chris in the producer category. He produces everybody's music and all the background stuff, so he doesn't have to be on camera if he doesn't want to be.
Well, yeah, he makes a lot of logos and.
I should say he gets the royalty checks.
I was gonna say, I just hope somebody's paying that guy because the stuff he does.
No, he gets paid. Don't get me.
Incredible.
Trust me. I've already asked him about his services, so he gets paid. He has flat fees too. So he does good work.
Brian, can you?
Yeah, he can.
Resend that?
Sure.
I just don't. I don't see it anywhere in my.
Yeah.
If you send it by Messenger.
I got to make sure because I got 2 Facebook profiles, and I always got to make sure which one I'm dealing with. I don't want to talk to suspected spam. How about you? No. Get out of here. I love Android, man. They allow you to do that.
No, but the thing about it is you should have answered it and went, "Hello, can I help you?"
Hello, is your name suspected?
Is this spam?
Okay.
Do what I do. The guys I'm asking to, the women, I paused for a second. I said, "Hold on, what are you wearing?" And they say, "What?" Sir, that's inappropriate.
or even more twisted. Is that lace?
Okay, I'm on their website, Ron, and your name popped up for me to invite, and it says Ron Lockwood already invited. So it's sitting there.
What?
Let me see if it'll let me do anything. It's called what is it called? IPG North America.
What?
IPG stands for International Photography Guild. And I've put up a couple things, but one of them, they're not even really drone pictures, man. I have to get really artsy, and the stuff that you do would really fit in.
IPG North America. There we go. Companies. Current Interpublic Group.
I'm sure they're very snooty.
IPG. That's what it is. IPG North America.
Yes.
Advertising digital.
You should see an invite there from me, unless. No, it's a public group. It should allow me to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm on the right site here.
It's IPG-North America.
Is that on Facebook or on the regular?
It's on Facebook.
Website?
Yeah. There's 2 professional photographers here in Houston that actually invited me to be on this group, and I was impressed with that.
Yeah, we have one. Supposed to be, they say it's local, but every month they always, put up their, pictures. And I'm thinking they're going to show pictures from people locally who've taken shots. I'm seeing pictures from people over in France and the Netherlands, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is supposed to be the San Bernardino photography group, and I'm seeing pictures from who knows where.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Ron. I just put the link up in the private chat.
Private chat. It's a Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Yeah, so as soon
which
as we
takes
quit-
away any semblance of credibility at all. But they still got some good shots in there.
Oops. Shoot. Nope.
Steve in that group.
There we go. Okay.
Brian.
I'm actually invited you. Okay, I got to hit join group.
Is Steve in that group?
Steve who?
Was it Hyde?
Yes, he's the one who invited me.
Yeah, because you said there's some professionals. I was like, yeah, I knew it had to be Steve.
Do you know Steve at all?
We're friends, and I've seen a lot of his work, but I haven't really talked to him or anything.
I've met him a few times here.
He puts some really good stuff up.
He's the one who taught me how to oversaturate everything.
Yeah, I love oversaturating. But
that's not true. I mean, I've learned that's just the problem. I've learned. Oh, gee, I didn't know you could take things and make like a coloring book out of this stuff.
Yeah.
That Brian, that one, not the one from today, but the one from 4 or 5 days ago, that eagle picture I put up.
Yeah.
I put it on, and you guys want to see some good photography too, go to Wyoming Through the Lens on Facebook. And there's some major jealousy from my part. These guys go out into Yellowstone and get pictures of grizzlies and cubs. And
oh, look at this! It popped up first thing on the search.
But I put that picture up on there, and in 48 hours, I had over 1,000 likes. I couldn't believe it. It's like, wow, I've never gotten.
I want to like this thing. I don't want to join it because I don't live in Wyoming.
Well,
I have a Facebook group. It's called Southeast Texas, Houston and Southeast Texas Photography, I think. Mm-hmm. There's like 60 people in it. But I don't advertise it because I think I gave it a crappy name. It said Houston and Southeast Texas. Well, now I just limited myself to just over 8 million people.
Oh,
okay. Oh, wow. This is awesome, man.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, see, watch that in the springtime, in the summer. Oh my God, there's somebody got a recent picture of and it's one of the things I have gotten to the point where I refuse to leave the house, even go to the gym, without the camera in the car, because the moment I know I do, I'm going to miss something.
Don't you hate that? I know.
One of my lifetime goals.
This picture here.
Yeah,
is just an excellent example.
Yeah, that looks like out in the Tetons somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian and guys, my wife's gone downstairs to cook for the clients and stuff, so I need to go watch my daughter. I wanted to say
Bill.
Thank you very much, sir, and you gentlemen have a fine afternoon.
Thank you for coming in, bud.
Mr. Bill.
All right, Bill. Take care.
That's my boss, right? He's the one that brought me back from the brink. Because I'll tell you what, with that dog Ron, I just forgot how to do anything Facebook or
Where is the little demon child?
He's downstairs. I wore his ass out today. Good.
Oh,
in fact, I should have played that clip in the beginning. I had him out. It was 33 this morning here, so it was a little chilly. Mm-hmm. He loves the cold weather. Mm-hmm. But we went for a 3-mile hike, and in the beginning of the hike, I took him a little bit off trail. And I said, well, I'm packing. It'll be okay. We came to something on the trail. It's not a paved trail. It's a foot trail. And it was right by a trash can. I said, he's going to go sniff the trash can. He stopped dead in his tracks, put his ears down, put his tail between his legs, and tried to yank me back the other way. So he smelled or spotted something. We've had coyotes here, I think, though. But yeah, that was a little. I showed Bill the video because I actually had my GoPro this morning and I was filming everything, and I never saw anything. No, I never saw anything.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah. In fact, let me do this.
Might have been something you don't want to meet.
Well, they have spotted coyotes out here, and that's
Mm.
why I was a little bit concerned. And
Is it
even
a coyote or a
Bill
cat?
and I even went over this a little bit, kind of frame by frame. He couldn't see anything, and I couldn't see anything. But just for
My
shits and
golden retriever
giggles,
always played tough guy too, but
he's no tough guy. Believe me. Watch it though. See the trash can? He just gets up to it, just about up to it, and he's pulling me. He's pulling me quite a bit, and he stops dead. And he's like, "Okay, what's over there? I don't want to know. I'll run into this lake if I have to." He's going, "Let's go back the other way. I am not going that way anymore."
I remember my neighbor's cat hid in the bushes because my dog ran over there and was looking for the cat. And then the funniest thing, she couldn't find it. So she came back over to me, and then this cat, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? This cat, it was like he was playing a game. He snuck up behind her, and she's facing me, and I'm like, what is this cat doing? He got right, I mean, literally within 3 inches of her, and then just went up and took a swat, and then ran like hell. And
Damn.
then the dog did the same thing, tail between the legs, yelping and screaming. And the neighbor came out, and Ron, what happened? I'm like, well, your cat beat up my dog and must have clawed it, and she's like, Ron, my cat's declawed. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
I'm a big sissy for a dog.
So, hey, Ron, how's the weather up there in that part of the world right now?
It's actually not too bad. This past week, it holds true to what they say, wait an hour and things will change. There was a blizzard here this morning. It was snowing its ass off. My neighbor came and picked me up. We went down to Casper today. He is like a street rod collector. And I can't believe we drove down there today in that snow, but we got back and roads are dry. Snow is gone. Yeah. It's like in the 30s. We've had some days in the 40s. A couple weeks ago, we were 20, 30 below. I was up in North Dakota shortly after Christmas. And that one day, oh, dear God. It was 44 below ambient in this one town we went to with the wind chill 75 below.
Dre, I'd ask you how it is out there, but it's California. It never changes.
Well, like I said, we have the Santa Ana's coming in for the next 24 hours.
Great.
So
There's the national news.
I'm surprised you guys can't hear. I'm in this little trailer office thing I'm in. I can hear like the roof is just vibrating up and down.
I remember those Santa Ana winds, Trey.
About 50 miles per hour right now.
Damn.
Every year tomorrow, but I gotta wait till Sunday.
It seems like when the Santa Ana start blowing and those fires start kicking, here comes.
Yeah.
It's like almost like clockwork. The media people are probably going, "Have they started yet?"
Yeah, that's what it is. It's almost like they simply like, I'll be like, okay, all you arsonists, get in your blocks. We're ready to go. Pow!
You're not too far from Steve, are you, Dre?
I'm about an hour and 15 minutes from Steve. He's down in Orange County from me.
Okay.
That's not far at all.
I'm glad to see we're getting more people, like say this Uncle Bob guy, he's in the North LA County area, more people getting on these live streams and other shows that we have.
In fact,
there's a lot of flyers out here, but we just don't, like a lot of you guys meet up and everything else. And I'm trying to encourage folks to, post their stuff, get in these live streams so we can find out who's who, so we can have little meetups and everything.
Now that you mention it, Dre, in fact, about a year ago, because I used to do a lot of these channel shout out things, and there was a guy in Southern California. Mm-hmm. I highlighted him, and he would show up in my live stream, and he was showing up in a lot of the chats after that for a long time. And I haven't heard boo from him now in a long time. I need to go look his ass up because he put out some pretty good stuff. I think he was in San Diego, between San Diego and LA. Yeah. And I'm trying to remember his name. It was because he had a name similar to one of our other guys that we're always familiar with. And It's either Kelly for a first name or a last name, and I can't remember which. Damn it.
Yeah. And we got some guys that have some large YouTube channels in this area. Like I said, we got Adrian.
Adrian, yeah.
And he's
Yep.
out. He's right. Right next door to Ron, to Steve. And there's
Remember,
another guy.
Thank you, SoCal Drone. That's it.
Okay. And there's another guy. I would say he's a professional. I'm trying to think of his name. Javon Dolby.
Oh, Javon, Devi.
Yeah, Devi. Yeah,
I thought
he's
man,
right there. He's right there.
that dude is awesome. If
Yeah,
you can
he's
get
right
past
down
the
there.
if you can get past the way he talks, which I learn a lot from him. Don't get me wrong.
I
It
like
sounds like
watching
he's about 2 seconds away from taking a really hard dump. With every sentence, it's like. Don't get me wrong. I like the guy. I've learned so much. He was one of the first people I went to when I first got a drone.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, he's got a delivery thing.
Yeah, I can say I like watching his channel to teach me how to be more cinematic for my flights and everything.
He has definitely got that part down.
He does it professionally. He does commercials for the auto industry, other brand names and stuff. So he tells you about combining your aerial shots and your ground shots to make, like him about talking about telling a story of what you're doing. And that's why I tell people, learn how to tell a story, no matter if you got language in your videos or not. You plan it out like you're trying to tell a story. And
honestly, because of him, that's how I shoot my videos. Right. I try to put ground shots in and to tell a story, because there's always a thing you got to remember. YouTube goes out internationally.
Mm-hmm.
English is not all over the world.
Right.
So, that's something to consider.
Yeah, and that's why I tell people, I said, even the music you pick out needs to be researched a little bit to add to the dynamic and whatever else keeps the pace of the video going to help tell that story and keep people engaged.
Yep.
I can say our attention span is so short in our society nowadays. People click, and if you don't have them within the first 10, 15 seconds, they're on to the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
Just that fast.
What the thing about Jevon Dovey is, when I'm going back to the Sparks, so that's 4 years ago. He had less than 200,000 subs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling about an hour ago to Bill Thomas, I don't know anything about YouTube. I didn't care about YouTube. I used YouTube to learn how to fly a drone.
Yeah.
And he's one of the first sources I went to.
Yeah.
But he had 185,000 subs, which I don't know what that means. Oh,
right.
Now I know what it means,
mm-hmm.
but he's got almost 600,000 subs now.
Yeah. So I watch a lot of his stuff when it comes out. There's a guy out of Canada, last name begins with a K, I think, Kennison or something like that. I watch a lot of his stuff. Matt Kennison, something like that. And I watch a lot of his stuff. And, just like these guys talk about, this creating content and, being a better content creator, no matter what you're using, a drone, still shots or ground cameras, whatever, you just learn to use all these things together to create a story. And that's why I tell people where I'm trying to get to.
The thing of it is, I'm retired. When I wasn't retired, there is no way in hell I could have had the time to even learn how to fly a drone. So I've got the time now, but at the same time, I've been doing this for 2 or 3 years, and I'm comfortable flying a drone. I'm even getting comfortable, believe it or not, for anybody out there, I still fly a little bit of FPV. I just don't want to throw a bunch of money at all these quads that I know I'm going to crash. So I stick with the camera drones, but FPV is fun. But at the same time, I keep going with this stuff, but I get lazy, you might say, or I get sidetracked. Ron knows I got the dog that just chewed up 6 months of my life. The past 2 months, I've been into this Topaz Lab, editing old family video. That's very time consuming.
Can I stop you right there, Brian?
Sure.
I just had somebody mention that to me yesterday. How do you like that?
It does the job for what I'm doing. If you're trying to digitally restore old video, it's great.
Oh, it's for video.
It's got a hell of a learning curve though.
Okay.
It's like I was talking about in the stream earlier. When it gives you a set of parameters for your video, you put in a video and it'll say, "Here's your, this to what the AI will read the video and give you parameters to choose from. It looks like you've got noise or blurry or skips, or it's got compressed video, or just all this other stuff, and you have to pick some of those, and then it'll give you options to fix it. Not all those options are the best. It will allow you to choose 4 of them, and then you can literally do a side-by-side comparison of all 4 of them, maybe out of 8, so you got to do it again, of those types that you've just picked to fix the video. Half of those 4 are going to delete the sound. Guess which ones actually restore the video the best? The ones that delete the sound. So there's a way to get around that. You disconnect, you go into, in my case, Filmora. You can detach the audio. So now you've just got the video. So now you run that through the Topaz Labs. And then when you get it to where you want it, you can reattach the audio back in Filmora and everything is hunky-dory. But for one 14-minute video, I spent 2 days on a learning curve. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
It's a learning curve, but it's worth it because I passed it around to some of the family and they're going like, wow, the video was 22 years old.
Part of the learning group of the Jim Boyd, Matt North, Da Vinci, group.
And I've given up on Da Vinci. I use the hell out of it, but I can't use it the way Matt does.
Yeah.
I mean, they know the minutia.
And you're not going to read the manual like Jim.
No. The last video I put out, I did a thing called "This is not a 2021 review," or it's like at 9 minutes long. I edited 90% of that video with Da Vinci because one thing Da Vinci does better than any of them that I've used so far is the transitions. Their transitions are as smooth as butter. You go into Filmora and a transition in Filmora and Cyberlink too, I remember, it's an overlay. So when you have 2 video tracks and they're side by side on the time bar,
right,
you bring down that transition, you're doing an overlay between the 2. In Filmora, you can actually see where one video stops and and the other one starts. It's irritating. It should never be that way.
I don't use transitions that much, but like I said, it's interesting you said that because whenever I never really paid much attention. I just attach it to wherever it goes, and it's like, okay, but it looks good, move on.
Okay, I'm gonna, like I said, it's a matter of what you're gonna do. But one of the things that I've really gotten into lately, because, hey, Ray Kelly, I'm not even paying attention to the chats. Oh, look at this. Bob Dempsey's in here, and I don't even have him as a moderator. I feel like a chump now. Sorry, Bob. But one of the things that I do for Instagram a lot of is I will take a picture, usually from a drone, just a drone picture. And I will, it was New Year's Day. I went downtown for a New Year's sunrise shot. It was cloudy as all get up. There was nothing to shoot. So I took it and said, well, I got lemons. I'll make lemonade. And I used Da Vinci. What I did was I took that same photo, ran it through Luminar 4, started coloring it, getting it to where I wanted it. And of course, I went crazy on the coloring book, but it looked good.
Speaking of Luminar, Brian, have you, I've already cost a few people some money, looked at Luminar Neo, the new one out?
Not yet.
Dude, it's a must get.
Because
I should send you a video of a guy. Somehow he's connected with them, and I think he helps develop the software a little bit. But super calm guy that just speaks really well in his video, and his explanations are just phenomenal. But one of the most impressive things in this new Neo. It's a combination of Luminar 4, Luminar AI Plus. Now, right now, you can only get what they call the early access version, and they only give that to you if you join now. It's $69. If you wait till after the
Let me
final
ask you this:
version is
is
out,
it a one-time thing?
yeah.
Okay, if it's one time, I'm there because I hate those monthlies, man. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, like in the Adobe products. But I'll tell you what, one of the most impressive, and I mean impressive things, there was in this guy's video, and I should send that video to you, but he has a picture of a bride for a wedding photo up alongside of a window, and the camera obviously metered off the outside of the window, which was very bright. The outside was kind of blown out a little bit, but she was very dark. You could almost couldn't see her face. It
Yeah,
has
that's a good thing.
it has a feature in there called relighting, and you can light up and darken different aspects and different areas of the photo itself. He balanced that out so well. It was unbelievable.
Are you
That
watching
feature
this?
alone was just phenomenal. And I hooked up with it. I bought it.
But this is Luminar ran through DaVinci. There's one photo with 4 transitions, and it's all just one photo. But like I said, where's the starting point? Right here. That's what I had to deal with that morning. You can see it's still barely getting light out, but
Right.
everything is dull and gray. So what I did is I drew it back to black and white because that makes it even more dramatic.
Oh,
This
let me
next
see
shot
this
is black
video.
and white. You put an 8-second transition between each move, which is what these are. There's black and white. Now it's going to go for about 8 seconds, and I'm bringing out some of the colors. You know, I'm bringing out the foreground. I'm not working with the sky yet. Now I'm starting to work with the sky. Foreground still to bring the foreground, and there's a sunrise. I
How do
wanted
you
a
do that?
sunrise shot.
How do you do that? It's almost like a time lapse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it
sort
looks
of,
like.
yeah. But it's
How do
just
you do
one
that?
picture done 3 different ways in Luminar. And then what you do is you put it into DaVinci. You take those 3 pictures and line them up side by side. Make sure you've got, I don't know, 10 seconds on each one. Put an 8-second crossover transition between each one, and it makes it look like you're coloring it.
Really?
I need
Wow.
to do a video on this. I've been
And the
meaning to do that.
transition you said is like 8 seconds long?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's another thing. You can make the transition. You can supposedly do it in Filmora. It's garbage. You know, you do it in DaVinci, and it's an 8-second, 10-second, however long you want it. But you don't want to stretch it out too long because then it gets kind of boring.
But it literally looks like a time lapse.
Yeah.
That's how smooth, and I couldn't see the changeover. It was really hard to see the changeover.
Until it, fold it out. But yeah, that's what I've gotten into lately when I'm trying to just put up
I like
real
that.
quick
That's
content.
pretty
That was a
cool.
short, I did it for YouTube and I put it up on Instagram. And I love doing those because they're really, you can knock one out in like an hour or less,
But
they're
check out
just fun.
that. Let me send that to you now, Brian.
But yeah, I tell you what, if I will look into that though, Ron, because here's something else too I've been meaning to bring up. For years, I've been using Microsoft, what is it called? Microsoft Composite Image Editor. And what that did is you could take a pano, 3 photos with the drone, like spread out over the cityscape. And Microsoft Composite Editor would put those together into one big picture. And I could play with it and do whatever I want with it. Microsoft decided in their ultimate wisdom, they took that away. So I've done my research. There is no program out there that can do the same thing except one. Guess which one? Adobe Lightroom.
Really?
And now I'm paying $10 a month. But no, I haven't bought it yet because there's got to be another way. I am cheap.
Well, here, since you're cheap, let me spend your money for you.
That's what I'm saying. When you're saying that Luminar's got something new, I'm always going to keep an eye on Luminar because they're still my go-to for everything photo right now. Hey, John. And Koopy.
Brian, watch this guy. You're gonna need an hour to watch it, but like I said, he really, I think his presentation is really good.
I'm looking for something. What are we looking at here?
I just sent it to you by messenger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me open up.
But when you get to that part, you'll notice what I mean. When you get to that part of that, there's a picture of a bride up alongside the window. That one tool is what sold me. The relighting, and I wish I could find.
Okay, good. Yeah, as long as I got something, I got it wrong. As long as I got something to look at, I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, I think
that's another thing too. Overall, and there's a lot of things at play here, but I've gotten into the photo aspect of drones more so than the video. I love doing video. I love telling a story with a video when I can. But photos are so much easier. You can put up all kind of stuff with just one photo.
Yeah, I've only been into video myself I kind of started. Matter of fact, I got a Facebook memory. The Facebook memory, like, oh yeah, post this from one of your memories. January 6th, 2017 is when people ask, when did you get into drones? January 6th, 2017. I remember I put a post up, said, hey, I just bought this Phantom 4 Pro, and but I said I've been learning from video since January of 17. I've been a still photographer all my life, and video I had no clue when I started. Had no clue, and everything I learned is like YouTube.
Let me ask you, Ron, because I know Dre uses the Phantom 2 or the Phantom 4.
Yeah,
but so you just jumped right in with a Phantom? You didn't do like a crash and burn drone first?
No.
I did 3 crash and burn drones, man. I wasted $300.
No, I actually was at a wedding as a guest, and there was a wedding photographer there, and he had a drone, and that was before the 107, and you didn't need any of that. And
good times.
I was like, oh, this is badass. I need one. And I don't know, it was like a week or two later, I walked into Best Buy and they had one. I'm like, okay, I got to buy one of these. And yeah, I was the typical poster child of what we as, I guess you consider us like experienced people now, of the people that we just talked about last month. Like, oh, somebody got a new drone for Christmas, they're going to go out and probably crash it in the first 3 minutes. I was that person. Had no clue what I was doing. Absolutely no clue, but I learned quick. And
yeah, I went more the Brian route. I bought a little cheap drone for about a little over $100 and flew it in the backyard. And I flew that thing for maybe about a week, and I said, okay, I got to move on. And I said, the next thing I bought a few months later was a Spark. And I thought, oh, this might work. And I took it out to a construction job and everything else. And I said, oh, this may work. And I said, I can't get enough time to go shoot anything. The battery's 10, 11 minutes. And I started researching other stuff and everything else. And I went from the Spark to the original Air. And then from the Air, I got my hands on a Phantom 2. I bought off a production company.
There was a Phantom Air. There was a Mavic Air, or you said
Mavic Air, the original Mavic Air.
The Phantom 4.
At the time I bought it was like late 2017, I think it was right around there, or 2018. And then I bought this. I started, like you, I'm online, I'm looking at things, and everybody's talking about these Phantoms. And this is what you really need is a Phantom, So I bought this one from a production company and had the GoPro attached to the bottom of it, and everything, And I'm like,
right.
That's why I actually really learned to fly, dealing with that thing. Because the GPS, that thing is like hit and miss and stuff. So you actually got to control it the whole time. Because it'll drift or this way or that way and everything else. And that's where I really, learned my flying skills with that Phantom 2.
See, with me, I had a neighbor down the street who had a Phantom 3. And I looked at it and said, look at, oh man, and I saw who it was and I went over and talked to him. I said, oh man, this is awesome. And he explained 1080p, woohoo, 1080p. And it was working off of an iPad. And I'm going, yeah. How much? Oh, $500 for the drone and maybe another $300 for the setup. I was going, oh God, no way. This is 2016. No way in hell am I paying $500 for a drone. Yeah, how many thousands are sitting behind me here? I got about $4,000 worth of drones sitting behind me right now.
I was like you guys in the beginning too. I was not quite an Adrian, but I had a Phantom 4, a Parrot Bebop,
I like those.
a Spark, and then I think I ended up buying an Autel too. So I was up to like 4 drones at one point, and now I'm down to 1. So,
well, I don't ever see me having the need for the Mavic 3.
no.
Even if they work the bugs out, I have yet to see anything that I can't duplicate myself with what I've got right now. But I am very interested in that Autel Light Plus.
The Light Plus or the Nano Plus? The
Light Plus with the variable aperture, 1-inch sensor, and the fact that it's smaller. It's smaller. It's not a 250 and under gram thing, but
right.
It's reasonable. I've got my eye on that one. I want to see it. I want to. Johnny Drone Flyer, I think, has one.
Well, he got the Nano Plus.
Is it the Nano?
Yeah.
Which one's
more expensive?
Because I know it's out already, but I've yet to see anybody put anything out on the Light Plus.
Well, I think as bold as Ken Dono can be, kind of be, he got a little bold on one of his channels and he kind of scolded everybody and said, "People."
What?
He's like, "Yo, you dumbasses," and he's right. Autel kind of put the word out and say, "Hey guys, we want our drone to be, not perfect, but we want it to be right when we get it out there." And somehow that was an Autel Pilot something.com. They were selling the nanos and the lights, I think, and they I think they were like no shipping charge and no tax or whatever, and like 1 million people were buying them. But the bottom line is, Autel's like, listen, we don't have the software and the firmware completely 100% updated yet. And all these people were doing reviews and they were getting all kinds of little problems that were happening. It's like, people stop bitching about all these problems because Autel told you.
Hey, bud.
Well, like always, people don't pay attention to the negatives because they want it so bad.
Right.
Then they complain when they got it. So that's why.
No, that's why I got burnt. Well, I don't want to say I got burned. The Autel Evo 1, I bought 9 months after it came out because it was so buggy. And then when the RC failed, I think you, Ron, told me that your RC failed on it. And I've been kind of anti-Autel since, but I do.
Hey, Sergio.
I really miss that color scheme, man. I really want it back. So I'm going to go ahead when it comes out, as long as it's not ridiculously unstable, because the price range is right, I'll probably get another one.
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
I think they've really increased the big problem I had was, like you said, Brian, was that the RC, mine failed 30 feet in front of me.
That's what mine did.
And it went into, lost signal. I'm standing there looking right at it, 20, 30 feet in front of me. It lost signal. It did what it was supposed to do, went into go home mode. It raised up and raised right into a tree and right into the river. I'm like, oh, shit.
Well, mine raised into a tree and came crashing down on a stop sign and then hit the ground.
Oh.
I got really good aim.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm waiting for X Dynamics to work all the bugs out of their Evolve 2 and that's where I'm going.
Me
And the only
too.
reason I'm going that direction is the simple fact that I know the Phantom is going to eventually die out, evolve to batteries and anything else. Where I'm going.
Me
And the only
too.
reason I got to move on to a different platform.
Somebody's got a YouTube going.
Yeah,
I think it's Ray.
Ray.
is that Ray?
Sorry about that.
Ray's
God.
the culprit.
Yeah.
Hey, how you
Ray.
doing?
I have not had Ray in my live stream. Wait a minute. I haven't been in a live stream. Never mind, Captain Ray.
Yeah, that's Captain Ambassador Drone Ray Kelly.
How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
Hanging
Cap.
out, man. Just hanging out.
Well, it's still today out in California.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like California.
Wait, hey, Ray, where are you at right now? Don't tell me you're still in California.
Florida.
Okay, yeah,
No,
sorry.
he's been back for a while. We kicked his butt out.
Yeah.
They can just take me so long. Yeah.
Well, he
Didn't
kind of
find any
threw me
spots
off
out
because he
there.
put out a video the other day about a car show up in New York. I'm like, wait a minute, he's supposed to be in Florida. And he put out a video about a car show.
I put one out last night or early this morning. I don't know when it actually loaded, but it was up in the Korean Friendship Bell out there.
And I'm like, wait a minute, he's back home already. He's not fooling us. I thought it was gonna be you and your son. I thought your son followed you back out to Florida.
But man, if you guys ever get a chance to go see that thing, it's pretty impressive. It is.
I have to put that on my list.
All right.
Hey, Bud. You notice?
Yeah.
You notice I put you in the thumbnail there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Well, because I put you next to one of my favorite musicians, and Steve Carpenter was already sitting on the right hand of Jesus Christ, so I didn't know what else to do with you. Uh-oh. We have
Hey Ron, that was a nice picture of the eagle today.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yep. I probably ought to stop. That's all I've been posting. Like, oh, there's the hey, Bud.
Oh, there goes the camera.
Oh, crap.
Another reason not to have a dog.
Oh, Mac.
Bud, your mic is super hot. Can you turn it down a little
All
bit?
right, all right, I'll be back.
I didn't need that much speaker anyway.
My ride's gonna be here any minute, so I gotta go.
All right, let me figure it out.
I just wanted to tell you, Dre, before you leave though, you look very distinguished tonight.
I already complimented him, Ray.
Always looks distinguished.
I know.
Oh, thank you, Cap. Thank you.
And you know what I have right here? Look what I have right here.
Wow, that's
All
cool.
right, I appreciate it. You guys take care.
Oh, Cam,
Have a
Mike.
good
Have a
night,
good
Dre. And I also have one of these right here.
Man. Do I have to put my address in the chat so I get any of these stickers?
Oh, Bud, turn your volume on.
I'm trying.
Okay, let me go ahead and there we go.
We got it. Yeah. Okay. Good.
No.
Say something, Bud.
All right.
I'm trying.
We're still echoing.
How am I? I'm good, right?
You're
Better?
good, Ray.
Is this better?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I think we're good. No, it's still.
No, there's
Shit,
echo
I'm-
from somebody.
You're working with a drunk guy.
Turn off your YouTube audio.
Can you guys tell who I'm voting for on Sunday?
Hang on, let me see. Somebody say something.
Hello.
Okay.
Go
it's-
Bucks.
Just want to make sure it was Bud and not Ray.
Hello.
Hello?
It's Bud.
Hello?
Bud,
Am I out of line?
Bud, turn off your YouTube audio.
My
Only keep the
YouTube?
audio on from yard.
Oh, you're asking a lot for a drunk guy.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not. I'm serious. I've been at the bar for like 3 hours.
I can smell him. He's not. He's good.
Here, I'll back away. How's that?
No, we're getting feedback through the
All
audio.
right, hang on.
Hey, Arch. Hey, Mike. Welcome back. Go Packers.
I got the hint there, Ray, with that logo on the hat. I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how about that Raiders and Bengals game?
Well, that's a whole other story.
I just got to throw that out there.
All I can say is I'm glad it wasn't me flying that drone.
I would say, was that where the retard brought the drone into the stadium?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Is any better?
Much.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No. Worse. Damn.
Same.
It's not echoing as much, but it's still a little bit of an echo.
All right, let me keep trying.
You got the audio running in the other tab. Got to mute the audio on the YouTube side.
I don't have a YouTube side.
Shut YouTube down.
You know, I don't want to talk too much about that game because it's been already beat to death in so many live streams already and everywhere else. But what was that dude thinking? That's the only really thing I want. That's the only thing I want to know. Whether you, maybe you know what I'm thinking. Oh, did he just get a new drone for Christmas and he doesn't know anything?
He didn't know anything.
You know.
Well, one thing I can say, he was a dumb,
dumbass.
Totally reckless. And I can't wait for him to get arrested.
Yes.
The fact that he did it, and then the second, I mean, my God, then post it? Really?
Yeah, premiered it on his channel.
Yeah, let me
Hello,
show
Ray.
you. I robbed this store.
All right.
You know, it's like admit your crime.
Am I still bad?
Well, you're always bad, but you sound okay.
You sound okay. You're just hot on the microphone. It's really loud.
I'm like 3 feet away from it.
Wow, that's you
got a good mic. Well, you got a great mic.
No, that was my brother. Let me keep looking.
Mike Bieber? Don't tell me don't tell me there's a Justin in there somewhere, or I'm
There he is.
right now.
I gotta go pour a drink. Just relax.
Okay, we can do that.
You brought the bar home with him.
So how long you off for, Ron?
Till next Friday.
Involved in a live stream.
Till when?
Next Friday.
Oh wow. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So, not sure what I'm going to do. I'm thinking if the weather stays somewhat mild, Monday I got some errands, but Tuesday I may take off for the mountains again in search of Bullwinkle.
Uh-huh.
Last time I did that, I saw him 11 times.
Wow.
Noon. Yeah.
That's
I saw 11.
Great.
Yeah. It's about a 4-hour drive to Tetons National Park. That's where they're really at. And that Facebook page I was talking to you guys about earlier, that's where they're really at. People get some phenomenal pictures. But the Bighorn Mountains are only about an hour from me. And I'm thinking about going up there. I saw 11 moose up there, but I just didn't. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 spots in the house yet that need a wildlife photo. And that's one of them.
A photo or a head? A mount? Or both?
But Bambi.
Ron, I was flying yesterday at sunrise. So I'm flying right at the beach, by my park here. And I finished my whole flight. And I look up in the tree. It turns out, I think it was a hawk, some type of hawk. I don't think it was an eagle. But he was right up there. I says, you know what? I got to send the drone right back up.
Oh,
so
boy.
The drone up. I was about 30 feet away from him,
Oh, wow.
And then I had the Mavic 3, and then I tilted the camera up, and I used the zoom. And I got some phenomenal shots of this bird. I don't know. Like I said, I think it was some kind of hawk. And
the most I ever get is a vulture. The best I can ever do is a vulture. And he's taking a dump on top of a light post.
I can ship you a few thousand seagulls if you want.
No, I got those too.
And I was just trying to find it, but I didn't upload it. But I found another one that I did last week, and I was just reviewing it just now. And I got a pelican going in the water, getting a bird. I didn't realize I got that shot, but
Cool.
Oh,
yeah.
now I do have a shot, and it was taken not long after I got my Mavic 2 Zoom of a hawk getting his dinner out of a lake. And
Oh yeah, you got it.
it's on a video somewhere, but that was published like 3 years ago. So that was awesome.
We got a shot of that up in Alaska way back when. We got a shot of a eagle grabbing a fish. Yeah.
That's what was funny about the picture I took. This hawk just comes down. He literally goes underwater and comes up with a fish. And in the back part of the frame, you can see all these fishermen on the side of the with their lines in. I'm just going, what are y'all doing wrong?
And now you guys are gonna laugh at this one. So me and my neighbor are out fishing in the back here, and sure enough, my neighbor catches the first fish. So he reels it in, and it was 14 and a half inches actually, but I didn't know what kind it was. I thought I knew, but I wasn't sure really. So I texted Matty, he might know, and we texted the guy's son. He had the answer finally. It was a Atlantic croaker. And it was 14 and a half inches. So I had to go out. I went out. They caught another one after I had left. So tomorrow we're going to be having some Atlantic croaker.
I was going to say, I was wondering if they were edible, because I have heard of them, but I don't know how edible they are or not.
It's like a redfish, to be honest with you.
Okay, then it's real. If it's a redfish, like, it's pretty damn edible.
Yeah. It is. By the way, about fishing, Ray, how's the thumb?
Yeah.
It's still got tingling, but I can move it and everything, but there's still sensitivity there. So we'll see. But thanks for asking, Steve.
Well, sensitivity is a good sign, though.
Okay, Ray, what'd you do to your thumb?
Oh, you didn't see that video?
You didn't see his video, obviously.
Last Friday, it was a last Friday.
Oh no, I did see that video. Never mind, I got it. Yeah. I did see that.
Okay.
Barracuda 1.
Medical
Captain
emergency.
Ray, 0.
All right, am I still too loud?
No, you're good, bud.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I've caught one fish in my life, and that was in South Carolina.
What kind of fish?
Smallmouth bass, and the people I was staying with kept it and had it for dinner. Other than that, I know nothing of fishing.
Yeah.
Smallmouth bass are good eating.
When I was a kid, we were living in Puerto Rico, and I'm 10 years old. I couldn't get into the schools because I was a rich white kid. So all I could do was...
That's racist.
Yeah, all I could do was learn to skin dive at the beach every day.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. But did you know, by the way, that great white sharks are migratory?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Right off the coast here, baby.
I didn't know that. Did you also know that barracudas can get to be like 6 feet long?
Yes.
I didn't know that either. The sharks didn't scare me. The barracuda, because I could see the teeth, did.
Yep.
They are. They're mean-looking fish.
And you don't want to be having anything shiny or reflective on
just
you.
It was looking at me.
They will go after that. Bam.
It was looking at me. And I'm just going, it's time to go. Yeah.
There's the 4-footer right there.
Jeez.
That's Barracuda 1.
That's right.
But actually, though, the worst thing I had when we were living down there, I was in some murky surf. I had an electric eel hit me.
Ooh. You got shocked?
And I still have the scars on this arm to show.
Really?
I had blisters all the way up to my shoulder.
Wow.
And in Puerto Rico, medical, like EMTs, you know, they don't know what they are. Mom took me home and like, okay, let's just put some Bengay or something on it. Oh yeah, that felt good.
It's
Now,
called ice, baby.
Where were you in Puerto Rico, Brian?
We were living in a neighborhood close to San Juan called Santurce.
Okay, San Juan, right outside San Juan. Mhm.
Yeah. My dad had died and she lost her mind. I said, I'm gonna go live in Puerto Rico. Okay, whatever. But
I like Puerto Rico. I like
I
going
do
there.
too. There's a couple of guys. Who is it? Ken Dono's sidekick. Can't remember. his
Eddie
name.
Nunez.
Thank you. Him and Invincible Storm. They do Puerto Rico a lot, and I love their footage because it's like, oh, I've been there.
Yep.
But
All I got is Illinois.
Hey, Bud, I've never been to Illinois.
Well, you're not missing anything.
You're not.
How do you know? I'm a photographer.
Hang on. I got a spam call coming in.
I got that earlier. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a video today of, I don't know, somewhere, and the mountains and the water, and, you know, I'm like, I got cornfields and a river. I got nothing.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
big deer.
I mean, I get to watch farmers, you know, feed America, but I mean, as far as dramatic scenes, I got nothing.
Hey, Bud, that's
How
when
far
I,
are you
because
from?
the thing about
Go
it is
ahead.
here in Houston, I can go downtown and get nice stuff, but it's a pain in the ass. I'm taking my life into my hands when I get into my car.
Oh,
Drive 20 minutes downtown.
no,
So-
no, drive into Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah.
forget it. I wouldn't even want to do that.
Yeah.
Chicago's like a war zone.
No, it's more than a war zone.
But what you do though, Bud,
We popped 6 kids yesterday.
Wow.
Sad.
Bud,
Yes.
what you do though is like I do from my backyard. It's all about flying the drone.
Yeah.
So you pick a day where you got a little bit of clouds and you get up there at sunset. Hey, you got a video. It ain't
Agreed.
much. You start putting those together and you got a bunch of videos. That to me, like I was just telling Ron earlier, that's what I take photos of and that's what I make stuff out of now. Because I don't want to go downtown anymore.
You do beautiful. Well, what's the other guy? Dean, that lives in
Dean.
Texas there? Yeah.
And Dean lives in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
And it's the same thing. He does the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, you just work with what you got. Unfortunately, we don't live where Ron lives, the bastard.
Let me check to see if my little trespassers are out in my yard.
Yes.
It's ready.
Oh, all right. Dinner's ready. Got to go.
All right, but hey, Bud, it was good seeing you. Hey,
Take
I got
care,
to
Bud.
Have a
good weekend.
anyway.
Peace out, everybody. Be safe.
See ya.
Yep.
How's it going, bud?
Bye-bye.
You know, I was on I knew you were live, but I was on my way back from dinner, and then we did some grocery shopping. So I didn't want to tell my wife Brian's live because
Brian never
she
does this,
thinks
but
I'm obsessed.
I'm lucky if I get to do this once a month.
But I said to myself, I says, I hope he's still live when I get back to the condo.
Yeah.
And obviously you were, and you
Yeah.
are.
I was on earlier, and I had to go to another online meeting, and I turned around and poop, got back on again.
You know, I missed an opportunity tonight too, coming home. I've been wanting to do the cargo train. There's a cargo train that has a schedule, 5:15 at night, like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Trains are always good to do, man.
And I've been meaning to try to do it. And I had the Mini 2 with me. And there was actually a water tower. So I was going to do the water tower right by the tracks. And sure enough, the train goes by as we're driving back. I missed the opportunity.
Ain't that? And it's like, I can't tell you how many times my wife and I'll be driving. It's like, oh, I want to stop and get the drone out, but I can't even ask her.
Right, exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
you can ask her, but that'll probably be the last thing you ask her.
Right?
Well, I did mention it. I did mention it. And she says, I got frozen items. We got to get home and get them in the freezer.
It'll hold for 20 minutes.
No visitors, Ron?
No, I don't. I'm trying to let them, and I'm being serious. I'm trying to let them know that I'm back home. I had them at least 3 times a day my last trip to work. Since I've been home, since Wednesday morning, I have not seen them. So that's they're out visiting other houses, and they need to know that I'm back home. So once they learn I'm back home, then they come like 3 times a day. So I go out there with my little Tupperware container and I rattle the corn. And if they're in the area, I've seen them come. Mostly, I see them come from the backyard. But the one day, I'm out on the side porch and I rattled it, and all of a sudden I seen all this movement coming from the front of my house. They come around the corner. There was like 10 of them. Like, whoa, yeah, okay, yeah, we're here.
See, Ron, that's what I'm talking about. That group that I told you about, you need to get in there, man, because you've got the best opportunities more than anybody I know for that kind of photography, and that's what they love that stuff.
I am gonna look into that tonight.
So now, Ron, how many of them have you named? I know you named quite a few of them.
Well,
upper left wall,
kind of like Victor, Elvis, and Matthew up here.
Lower right center. We're not doing Elvis anymore. That gets a little personal.
Yeah. My only fear is that they look at. That's why I keep the blinds closed, because if they look in this window, they ain't coming
Mommy.
back.
Look, is that Daddy? Aww.
How come Daddy's inside the house?
Yeah. He looks good, but he's not moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's those YouTube channels that are out there that they have all those feeding bins. I forget what they are. I followed the one. It's kind of neat, especially at nighttime, because they have the cameras fixed up there at night, and you'll be sitting there watching, all of a sudden they'll hear something, and all of a sudden they'll just freeze and looking around. But like they're too busy eating.
I was just at my boss at his house about an hour ago, and he's a hard guy to catch up with during this time of year. But anyhow, long story short, I think he's got me set up for an elk hunt this fall.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm not sure what the hell I'm going to name him, and where am I going to put him? That's
you need some wall space for that,
and some ceiling space. Yeah. So
anyway, guys, I got to wrap this up.
So much of that 6 o'clock.
Minutes over.
Well, I'm glad I was able to get in, Brian.
Same here, Ray. It's been a while since I've been able to talk to you. And hey, I'm going to tell you something right now. I feel bad about missing you and Johnny's things all the time, but life.
Well, we talk about you. We talk about you all the time. You just don't hear us talking about you.
You sorry son of a... You sorry. Yeah. All right.
I take the fifth.
All right, man.
It's about Matt North 30, isn't it? Getting close to it.
Yeah. He'll be coming on shortly.
Yeah.
I don't like stepping on for a couple minutes.
Hey, I didn't get a chance to tell you. Your beard's looking good, Brian.
Yeah. Thank you. It'll be around for
Brian. What
another
you
month.
Do when Chris Hope comes on the mat, you got to do a duo.
Well, no. I got you better.
Yeah.
No. I got dog. Come on. I got a granddaughter. She does makeup. She also does hair extensions.
Oh, geez.
And I said, Lauren, can you do like, do you have like access to gray hair? She goes, sure. I said, do you have anything that'll attach to it? She goes, yeah. It could happen. It could happen.
Yes.
I wanted to be able to wave. If I move my head, I want it to wave though down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put some weights on it so it'll swing. Yeah.
Anyway, let me go ahead and wrap this up though. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody here in the chat. I'm going to run through this. We got Robert Glazer.
I'll let you guys say goodnight. I'm going to go.
Ray, thanks for coming in, bud.
See you, Ron. See you, Steve. Everybody in the chat. Okay. Have a good night.
And Steve, I really appreciate you coming on. My Steve is my sidekick. He's my unofficial sidekick. Look at this freaking beast.
Yeah, I'm somebody he can kick around.
Yeah.
Hey, I put you next to Jesus Christ. What more do you want?
Yeah. Brian, make sure you watch that video I sent you.
Oh yeah, I've got it bookmarked now.
Yeah.
Man,
And I
come
want
on,
to
give
spend
me
your
a rest.
money. So
This dog is a bull
Video on what?
the Luminar
Luminar. Neo.
Oh, the one that you sent me.
Yeah. Same
Yeah,
one.
that's phenomenal. Phenomenal video.
Sold, Brian.
Actually, I've got 4 pictures that when I was down flying and down the harbor, I'm going to put them in, and I'm going to put a reverse sunset, even though I'm looking for a sunrise and see if I can do something with the sunrise coming over the other picture of the harbor on a couple of them I got.
Steve, can you do me a favor?
What?
Do you have any? This dog. He just chews everything. Can you send me a still photo of a sunset where you are?
Yeah.
Hopefully, like high res, like 5 megapixels or higher. And
I
I will send it back to you.
No,
my
you can
way.
have it.
No, I'm not sending. I'm not going to take it. I just want to send it back to you my way.
Oh, we're going to have the original, and then we're going to have Brian original.
We're going to have angels coming from departing clouds.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Even if it doesn't have clouds, it will when I'm done with it.
The puppy's moving your green screen.
Yeah, he's going to eat the green screen. Anyway, let me go, guys. I appreciate it.
Brian. Good to see you.
I'll take it easy.
Have a good weekend, guys. Take care, Ron. Take
Everybody
everybody in chat.
Appreciate
Have a
y'all
great
coming in.
weekend.
Charles Galaski. Appreciate it, bud. Stephen Drones. Later.
Bye-bye.